Hi, I'm Yosef Solomon, and this is Tikun Shavuot Message. A simple glance at any of the Jewish festivals immediately reveals its defining mitzvah, its symbol. Pesach has matzo, Succos has the succah, Rosh Hashana has the shofar, and so on and so forth. Now this is true for all the festivals except for Shavuos. Here, the Torah doesn't command us regarding any specific action or object. Now at face value, this may seem to be a prejudice against Shavuos, but really, it's actually an honor. How? Well, you tell me. In normal circumstances, does a person need to be told to breathe? Obviously not. So too, Shavuos. There is something which is so basic, so essential, so vital to our existence as the Jewish people that it's akin to our breathing. Shavuos commemorates the national revelation in Sinai. It is our people's acceptance of the Torah, the blueprint of creation, our instructions for living, the source of all wisdom. We all know that the more ready we are for something, the greater our capacity to receive it. Therefore, our ability to receive the Torah each and every year is directly related to how prepared we are. But how do you prepare for something that is so lofty, like receiving the Torah? The answer can only be in exactly the same way we prepared those 3,323 years ago. But when you look into the verse in the Torah which describes our arrival at Har Sinai, at Mount Sinai, there seems to be a glitch in the text. The verse reads, "They had departed from Rephidim, and they arrived in the Sinai desert, and they all camped in the wilderness." Israel camped opposite the mountain. Now the preparation that we seek to understand is to be found in a very subtle clue. You see, the word camped for Israel is in the singular, whereas up until now the entire verse had been written in the plural. This teaches us that up until this point all of our encampments had been in strife. Only now did we come together. And this is the reason why we were now entrusted with the Torah. We were given our mission to bring light into this dark world, to imbue morals, ethics, wisdom into the barren wasteland of society. It is because when we came to receive the Torah, when we came to accept our mission, we came as one people with one purpose. As our sages illuminate, we came as one man with one heart. The Hebrew word for such unity is Shalom, which is usually translated to mean peace. But really the word Shalom or Shalem also means whole. The connection is profound. Peace is not merely the absence of, war. Rather, it is the harmonious coexistence of opposing forces. It is not just the, so to speak, melting or molding into one unidentifiable mass. Peace is the ability of different and distinct parts to work together in one whole towards a common goal. Imagine a symphony orchestra made up of just drums. What a noise! But when you have 100 people, each playing a different instrument of brass, strings, percussion, you have a gorgeous example of how the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. It's a funny thing. Sometimes, more often than not, the wiser we seem to get, the more close-minded we become. It's so easy to really fall into the trap of thinking that we're the only ones who have any wisdom and only what we say is true and everything else is just silly. But really, everybody's actually coming from somewhere. Everybody really believes in what they're doing. True wisdom is the ability to learn from everyone and everything. True wisdom is the humility to admit that you may just be wrong. True wisdom is the gift of being able to hear the other side of the story with an open mind and then accept that you can both do the same thing differently. As we approach Shavuos, once again, we have the ability to accept the Torah, the source of all wisdom. We have the ability to open our mind and hear the other side of the story in our own personal lives, our spouses, our children, our communities, our colleagues. They each have something to teach. Listen well. I wish you a peaceful and whole Shavuos.